Okay, right. Hello, welcome back. We're going to continue with Dwarf Fortress and our fortress Vaultglaze, because I can never remember its actual dwarven name, Ubbulfikod. And is that adjusted correctly for the screen? I think it is. Yes it is. Okay, good. So, let's continue. Last time we had set up our iron industry. We'd set up our our above ground farm up here with floor over the top of it, so enemies can't get inside from the top. There's our iron industry over here. We also have our training room here because we have a military of 10 dwarves which are on and off training for 3 months at a time. As far as I know, they're pretty much fully equipped in armor weapons. If not, they're on their way to being. I think the armorer might still be creating some of their gear. Yeah, because it's using up a lot of iron ore, so he's still working on that. How are you going, actually? Let's see. Or maybe she, because you've got a baby. Yes, Cadol. Cadolest. Lelest. Cadolelest. Cadol Hatchetkin. So you're called... Is that Hatchetkin? How are you feeling? I separated from Sazia wound gorged. I cannot give in to sadness. Well, we can't do anything about that. That's unfortunate. She felt satisfied at work. She was embarrassed dwelling upon sleeping without a proper room. Every dwarf should have a room now. That's something I did last time. I allocated each of the bedrooms I have to a dwarf. We have to smooth them out still, though. She felt lonely after being away from friends for too long. She felt satisfied at work. She was interested near a fine door. She was interested near a fine table, near a fine seat, near a fine table, near a fine table. That's because I assume she'd visited our dining room. She was exasperated when caught in the rain. She was exasperated dwelling upon being caught in the rain. She was interested near a fine container, blah blah blah. She felt satisfied at work. So she's happy that she's doing work. But she's upset that she's missing friends. She'll just have to make more friends while she's here. If she's skilled at making friends. It seems like actually when you get the temples up and running, the dwarves spend a lot of their time in the temples rather than in the raiding, rather than in meeting room. Oh, and yes, and last time we ended actually with a dwarf making an item. Zon Serolthiz, Ranger, has created Istam Dal, an apricot wood scepter. She claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor, Ezum Friend Syrup. Congratulations. Let's have a look at this. Istam Dal, the Light of Greed, an apricot wood scepter. Value of 2,400. This is an apricot wood scepter. All craft dwarfship is of the highest quality. This object menaces with spikes of apricot wood. So it's just a wooden scepter. Yeah, simple. It's nicely done though. Okay, pardon me if I mute every now and then. I got myself some snacks and they're crunchy biscuits, so I'm sure people don't want to hear the munching. We have got traders here at the moment, and I traded with them last time. I might go over what they have again. Garden vegetables. That's a new section I know. Spice barrel. Peaches. Persimmons, strawberries. Well, that's rather nice. We've got persimmons. I don't think I've ever really had a persimmon. Fruit and nuts. Oh, they're both the same. Yeah. Well, we could sell a bunch of our peach pits. Because we can't make anything with those. I should probably just dump those, because we can't plant peach pits. Can we grow watermelons? Watermelons grow on a little bush, don't they? We should be able to plant them here. I'm going through the seasons and nothing's changing. No, apparently we can't plant watermelons. That's a bit of a shame. Okay, well we have a variety of stuff up there, including carrots. Ooh, do I have... What's that? Some migrants have arrived. They're right down here. In this corner down here. How many more migrants are we going to get? Because I think we ended with like 56 dwarves. I don't have it written down anymore. They're still arriving. Oh, it looks like they're finished. We have now 67 dwarves, so that was about 11. That's not too bad. As long as it's not like 20, because there's just a lot of work getting them all into their rooms and all that. And, as it is, I think I'm going to have to create more rooms. Because that one's free. This one's not. So these ones are free. That's free. That's free. That's free. That one. That one. That one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It seems like we maybe got exactly the right amount of dwarves to fill in the rest of the rooms we have. Oh, does my what's this? 1, 2, 3. Does it save my recording? No, it doesn't. Okay. I had a recording for placing, recorded movements for placing rooms, which I made in the first episode, but it seems like those don't actually hold from when you quit. Oh, maybe you could save them. Oh well. It's no big deal. I've done this so many times, it's pretty much automatic. The movements. And there and there. Okay, and that's 1, 2, that's 6, 12 more bedrooms. I'll line this along there and do that. And then we're going to have to build 12 more beds, which I'll put the order in for, as well as 12 more coffers I'll put down. Do we have enough coffers? Actually, let me have a look. Do all the bedrooms have coffers? These little thingies here. No, 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 no. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need 20 coffers. Okay. So 12 beds and 20 coffers. This new order, bed, 12 beds, and we'll put the coffers at the mason's workshop so that they're made out of stone. Coffer, and that was 20. Was it? Hang on. I needed 8 more, and then I need, 12 more for the extra rooms, so that's 20. I can count. Hello, welcome. Welcome to Mech4 Struggles with Basic Math. I was never good at it. I can't hold all the numbers in my head at once. I think about one number and then I think about the next one and the first number just goes out. It just goes away. And then I have to make it up and the teacher says, what is all this? How is this relevant? So you'll be creating those beds and you'll be creating the coffers. We got the extra migrants. I'm going to check the this. We got 2 baby alpacas and baby rabbit. Oh, a buck rabbit actually, and a baby llama. Ooh, also, yeah, we've got our sows and boars, which we bought. They're in cages still, so we're going to have to put them into our pen here so that they can actually eat. Now, if it hasn't changed, an interesting thing with animals in cages is that they're effectively in stasis. As long as a creature, an animal or a dwarf or a goblin or whatever, is in a cage, they will never get hungry. And I don't think they'll age. They sort of exist, but they don't exist in a way where they're actually getting affected by anything. So you can keep things in cages for as long as you want. You don't need to feed them. But we're going to want those out of the cages because they won't breed while they're in cages. Not dwarfs. Dwarfs will die. Oh, okay. Right. So there is an exception. Thank you for that. I don't tend to cage my own dwarves. That makes sense at the doors, just so that he can't... I don't know. Oh, not grazers either? Has it changed? Here I am saying this, and it seems like it's either not what I thought originally, or changed a fair bit from when I was saying that. Because as I said, I get confused between older versions, so the wiki has a picture of a cage with, just in case you forgot what a cage looks like underneath it. Cages and fluids, buying cages, selling caged animals. How to quickly empty out many cages. Does it actually have a thing about... You're pretty sure that was always true. Okay. It's just funny reading about Dwarf Fortress's items and how they work, because they don't really work exactly. Multiple creatures can be assigned to the same cage with no penalty. It is possible to fit hundreds of puppies with dozens of dragons and whatever other creatures are on hand in a single cage with no ill effects. This has led some players to conclude that cages include some sort of hidden cage space that allows infinitely tight packing of creatures. It's all in how you pack. You can get details about the creatures which are in a built cage by pressing T and then enter. Vermin can be assigned to cages. Bees show up in the list of creatures that can be assigned to cages, but dwarves will not start the task. Creatures in cages cannot be attacked. Most cage creatures are also unable to attack, although some special attacks such as gaseous noxious secretions can still be used. Creatures in cages are also immune to damage from falling and falling objects. Breeding creatures are unable to get pregnant if caged, although they will give birth while caged if they are already pregnant. Also, creatures in cages age. Oh, they do. Okay, well, I was wrong. In so many accounts on this. So kittens in a cage will eventually become adult cats. Creatures in cages are also affected by extreme temperatures, and atom smashing the cage will also obliterate the occupants. Just ignore what I said about, creatures in cages being stasis. That is apparently very wrong. Even if they are normally immune to smashing, casting a cage in obsidian will not harm the occupants. The temperature might if the cage is subjected to magma for very long. Beware of cages that contain creatures with very high internal temperatures, such as fire ribs. They cannot harm your dwarves directly while caged, but their body heat can by heating up the tile that the cage occupies. If the dwarf that holds the cage is very slow and weak, they may spend enough time in each tile to feel the effects of the heat, and they will dutifully continue to hold the cage until their head melts off. To move hot cages safely over long distances, make sure that a strong or fast dwarf holds it. If you melt the cages, creatures inside will be released. Okay. It doesn't really say anything specifically about like goblins and all that, but yeah, okay, so they do age. They will do some things. Yeah, okay. Right, well. I am learned. So on that aside, we do want our pigs outside of the cages. And there they are, the bright pink peas. Oh, there's that one bright pink pea. There's another, and there. So we got some male and female pigs, and we should end up getting some baby pigs at some point. Through the wonders of nature. And, what do you call it? Like, the sloughing off of spores that the creatures in Dwarf Fortress do, because they don't necessarily need to be next to each other to procreate. I don't think so. Here I go again, saying something. And, I don't know whether it, still works like that. Here we go. Oh, okay. When a compatible male and female of the same species are present on the map, sooner or later they will breed. To do so, they need to be situated on adjacent tiles. Okay. Okay. So that's been changed as well. I should just stop talking about this type of thing anyway. Right, okay. And we'll just have to hope that they're interested in procreating. Hello. A medium-sized domestic animal. It has a distinctive snout and corkscrew tail. It is thought by some to be intelligent. His hair is dark tan. His skin is burnt umber. His eyes are brown. And we have a sow here. A medium-sized domestic animal. Has a distinct snout. She is muscular, her hair is burnt sienna, her skin is peach, her eyes are brown. So we got some pigs. Oh, pardon me. So, I'm going to want to actually build a bit of a wall around these animals. Just so that they're kind of protected. Yeah, build it out of granite. Like this. And is that the extent of the thing? It is. So we'll extend it like this. And more wall. And like that. We're going to want to get rid of some of this storage pit here. Like that. No. There we go. Keep like that. And how far down does it go? Okay, to there. So like there. Is that right? Yep. Cool. And there. And there. And then the last bit. Well, actually not, because we want to go up here as well. We'll put it like this, actually. Covering the channel. Oh, right, I've got a bit of floor there, don't I? Okay, and... well, I suppose keep that bit of floor there for the moment. Okay, there we go. And then after that, we'll also be able to build a roof on top of that, and that will protect them at least a bit from like stray arrows. Though the door, which I put on it, will mean that invaders and trolls and the like will just go straight for the door to knock it down. I could move them inside and have like a inside pen. Dig out a whole bunch of dirt and have them eating the fungus which grows since we opened up the underground. Like this. But I think the fungus grows slower. Let's see. Is that a name or something? No. Plants. Subterranean cave wheat. No, no, no. Oh, does it actually have a page for grasses underground? Okay. We'll finish the beds. And we'll be able to finish the coffers soon as well, I hope. Oh, yes. I think we're actually mining out a... I had mined out up here looking for bituminous coal. Is that some there? That's something else, isn't it? Bismuthinite. Or bismuth. Bismuth. Okay. Bismuth. There's a chemical element with symbol Bi. Pentavalent post-transition metal. Okay, okay. Oh, right, that's the crystal. That's the ore which makes those incredible sort of oil rainbow-colored crystals in that sort of square patterns. Very interesting. Very beautiful. Well, might be able to make a statue of bismuth or something. But I was looking for that. there's some down there, the bituminous coal. So do that and just mine down there. And I'll actually do something here. Let's see. Yeah, I actually do something. Let's hold our horses. That's rather incredible. I'm going to build a storage pit here. And this storage pit, I'm actually going to turn that off for the moment. And let's see. What dwarves do I have which don't really have any tasks? You don't have a task. You can go on stoneworking and can go on stone detailing. You're a mason. You've got stone detailing already. You can have stone detailing as well, ranger. Woodcutter you can, because for the most part I don't have that much wood to be cut down. You're fine with that, butcher. Milker, you're fine. We could milk our pigs. We could make our pig cheese that way. Sounds lovely. Yeah, stone detailing. Okay, I don't know whether that's actually how you do it, but let's see. If I go to D, and we go to carve track, which is capital T. Then we can actually carve a rail track. Yeah. Does that extend it? It does! It's actually intelligent, and it extends it as you'd expect. Neat! I always place them like constructions rather than carving them like that. You can do them either way, it seems. Let's see. Yeah, I always did them like this with the tracks. And then you choose exactly which part of the track you want to put down. So the track is used for minecarts. And minecarts, even though it might not be very heavily used here, I'd like to show off sort of setting it up anyway. Because I'm gonna have to remember how to do it a bit myself. But it's more useful for getting stones around. We're gonna have to build a minecart. Because stones are quite heavy now. Add new task. Other objects. Iron minecart. You can set it up so that dwarves, when you're mining, will be... they'll have the minecart. And they can put the rocks into or the ore into a stockpile at one end of the minecart. And you have it so that the minecart sits at the end of the track near the stockpile. The dwarves will put as much ore as they can into the minecart, and then when it's full, another dwarf will push it all the way to the other stop, which you've designated, and then they'll offload the ore into the other stockpile, which it can be... I don't have it. I haven't used it enough to really know how much time it cuts out of just dwarves hauling it. It would mean that less dwarves would have to haul stone, but they'd still have to haul it to where you want it after using the minecarts. Unless you had the minecarts going like directly here, which I'm not going to do. I'm sure much more skilled people than I would be able to make very efficient systems using minecarts. Actually, come to think of it, I think people have made Turing complete computers using the minecarts. What was that with dwarves and doors? And traps and levers. Anyway, but being able to transport a whole bunch of ore at once at a higher speed using just one dwarf would be a lot faster than having the dwarves haul the stone one by one to where you want it. So we'll get rid of that. Yeah, you see, they're carving it into the stone. That's why I had all those stone detailers, because they carved the tracks into the stone. And I think they've actually finished it. So I think then you can like designate. We haven't got the train. We haven't got the minecart here yet. But I think you can. Here you go. Points, routes, and notes. Is that it? Place. Delete. No, that's not it. Hauling? New route. Here we go. I think this is it. Yep. So one stop there. And you do like another stop here. And you assign a vehicle, which we don't have. Hello, welcome. We're messing around with minecarts currently in Dwarf Fortress. And I think you can name these stops and all that. Yeah, nickname. So we can say stop 1. You can put nickname and you can say like... what's it called? You can say like... I don't know. Offload all here. And then you can say... Nickname... I don't know. Load minecart here. Hello. Welcome, welcome. And I'm probably going to extend this further than what it is. Actually, let's see. Carve track. I hope I can still do that. I don't think you necessarily need the track buffers, as it were, to stop the minecart. I think I mentioned last time, or at some point I probably would have mentioned when I was yabbering about minecarts before, there's a few ways you can move minecarts around. I think there's 3 different ways you can move minecarts around. You can have a dwarf guide the minecart, which is them holding onto it and pushing it along the tracks. Before you said that, I was thinking, man, that's a long hallway. The hallway has another purpose. I've sort of just gone into minecarts because it's sort of relevant at the moment, and I was meaning to do it last time, but I never... Last time I did a Dwarf Fortress. But the tunnel was actually for finding bituminous coal. Which there's some over here, but there's none over here. There's lots of hematite ore. But anyway, so there's like, as far as from what I can remember, and my memory's not that good, I remember there's 3 ways which a minecart can be moved. There's a dwarf pushing the minecart, or guiding it, where they're holding onto the minecart, they're pushing it along the tracks. Yeah, push, guide, powered, or falling, exploit, derailment. Yep. So another one is the dwarf can push the minecart, where they give it a shove and the minecart goes off. The most important difference here is that a guided minecart will not hurt other dwarves because the dwarf won't push it into other dwarves. You can have dwarves walking over the minecart tracks and a guided minecart will not hurt them. If a minecart is pushed and it will hit another, and if it hits another dwarf, that dwarf is going to get injured. There's also, I think the dwarves can get into the minecart when they push it. Or is that what they always do when they push it? And powered. Is that, you can have like rollers on the track? Let me have a look. I've only ever really done guided minecarts. Oh yeah, there's rollers. A roller is a powered machine component for the automated propulsion of minecarts. They're built over the top of existing tracks requiring a mechanic. Jeez, yeah. I'd like to see a fortress with a fully implemented like minecart system. That would be impressive, seeing the dwarves like loading them up and then just pushing them and the minecarts go down tunnels and all that. I remember riding the minecarts because when Tyne Adams showed them off originally. Oh, what was it? I think he had it like jump across a gorge or something with a dwarf in it. And I think the dwarf was badly injured when it landed. I think there was also people, or was it Tarn? One or the other. People found, it was found that you could load minecarts up with like swords and all that, and then you could push them, and if they hit a stop at a high speed, it will launch all the like weapons and all that out of the minecart, and you can deal quite a bit of damage that way because all the pointy-inch bullets getting flung at the enemy. Which you could have like minecarts, I suppose, like going down slopes and then just like slamming into the enemy. Minecart shotgun, that's right. I like how this is sort of part of what makes Dwarf Fortress so fun. The emergence of things like that just through the mechanics working and all that. Cancel smelt hematite, seeking infant. Okay, you had a baby. Well, congratulations, you had a baby girl. We're gonna put those cages in here, actually. Where is it? Do I have cages? I should have cages somewhere. Finished goods. What do cages go under? Weapons, trap components. That would be it, wouldn't it? No. Cages is under animals, I believe. Okay, let's see. There we go. Okay, so it's here. This is a list of all the animals, and then under here, empty cages. Okay, thank you. I thought, they were under trap components. We could actually set them up in traps. Cage traps are effective way to deal with the enemy. Though then you've got a cage goblin and you have to think of something to do with them. Okay, I'm going to want to fill in that hole there before I forget. Chalk's fine. And floor. So, this is going to take a lot of dwarf power. Put a ramp here. Yeah, just make it out of wood. And thank you for the corrections and all that. If I do mention anything wrong and people know, please mention. I have played fair bit of Dwarf Fortress before over the years, but I can't remember everything in the game, and I often misremember things. So okay. If we do like this, and we have like a little hole here. There are a lot of details to keep track of. There is. Especially, as I said, I get confused because I played earlier versions, and it's like things might have been away in an earlier version, but they've changed, and I'd be remembering how it used to be or something like that. Okay, so we put another stockpile here, and if I just turn that off for the moment, And let's carve a bit of a track going this way. And we'll make a little stop here. Something which gets me a bit is that you don't need to have, like, the sort of gradual turn-offs that you'd expect with a cart track. It just goes and it's a T-section, because they just change direction instantly, so... New update later this month. Really? Is it that soon? I say that. That soon? It's been a few years. Let's see. January report. Should the coming of the release and a new beginning. Sound the coming of the release and new beginning as we move onwards and upwards into a new horizon of possibilities. Fear not for features left behind. All will be folded into divine recapitulation as the work on Steam release begins. The new journey that we shall now undertake. One fraught with danger? Nay, one fraught with fun. And that was from Three Toes. Or Three Toe. And, January release is coming up with some feature delays. See the 2020-11 devlog. Okay, once it's up, we'll be fixing bugs for some time, and then into a new life of Steam itch graphical DF work in parallel with some stabilization releases as problems crop up over in the vanilla release, villains release. Yes, okay, that's the one. Because next is coming the oh boy, the whole villains arc and all that. What's fun? We're planning for a release this month. I'm reading from the Dwarf from the Bay 12 games website. If people want to read it themselves, I'll put a link in chat there. It's actually the second entry because there's been another one made on the 13th. We're pushing things a bit so that I can get started on the graphical version and get the artists squared away. The artists have been very patiently waiting for me for about a year now. I'm happy that Dwarf Fortress is getting released on Steam. Though I do sort of understand, I think Tarn's sort of... I don't know. I think it was because he doesn't want to, like, be managing two separate versions, but... or something like that. Anyway. It will give the game some more well-deserved, like... sight amongst people. Did you finish carving that? I don't want to sit here just reading the log, though I am very interested in doing so. Did you finish that? Yeah, I suppose you did. Why? Oh no. Yeah, okay. It is the same color, it's just because it's wider, it looks like it's reversed, but it's not. Okay, so if we do hauling, I think it was hauling, yes, route 1, offload ore here, load minecart here. We'll define this stop actually as down here. Wait, hang on. No, that's not right. Remove route stop. New stop here. So they can only move minecarts along tracks as far as I know. You don't have to like get this blue line to adhere to the minecart track. They'll just move it along there because that's the only way they can get there. We'll nickname this load ore here. Apparently you can have multiple stops and you'll be able to order the stops and like which one's the most important. It doesn't want to bother much in the publishing part and graphical part since it prefers coding features. Yeah, right. And this is your understanding too, that you don't need to get the blue line exactly lined up with the track? I think it's just so that you can follow it to know where the stops are. Otherwise, you're just looking for this little flashing green icon here. We could assign a vehicle here, this iron minecart, which we created. And then we have to define the stops. So, we'll load ore. And here's our different things we can do. Guide north immediately when full of desired items. It will say which direction it will go, I believe. I don't actually know. I suppose if it has multiple directions it can go, you can choose which one you want it to go. Since the only way it can go here is north, that's all that it's giving us. I assume it can give other ones. So we want it to go north. Well, we've got go north immediately when full of desired items, go north in 14 days when at least 50% of desired items, and go north in 28 days always. So that's like, even if it's not full, after 28 days they'll move it there. 28 days is not that long in Dwarf Fortress, time-wise. I don't actually know how long it is in minutes, but days go past every few seconds. So, we'll probably want it to, you can set it to guide north when full. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And we'll want it full of stone, not these, and we'll want only hematite ore, because that's what we're mining here. Though we could also say bituminous coal, because if we have any of that down here, we want to move that as well. And we'll also, down here, we'll have to press S for new stockpile link. Take from, select stockpile. We need to select this stockpile. So, how do I do that? Yep, there we go. Take from stockpile 17. Okay, so let me get rid of those. Before I pressed S when I was over the stop, and that just says take from select stockpile. I believe then you can actually select the stockpile, yes, by pressing P. Or you could just mouse over the stockpile in the first place and press S, and it will link it automatically to that stockpile. So we want it to take from stockpile 17 there. You can also, I think, rename stockpiles. So if you want it specifically so that you know that stockpile 17 is the mine ore stockpile, then they'll do that. There's also advanced. Oh, yeah, okay. So you could have a little extra bit here. Guide north in 28 days always if it's at least, say, 25% full. So they won't move it if it's less than that, but if it's more than that, even if it's not full, they'll move it. You can change direction, actually, also. Guide north immediately. Okay. I'm relearning how this is working myself in a way, because, well, there's also a timer. Oh, you can set how many days you want it to move. So you go north in 1 day when full of desired items. Go north immediately when full of desired items. That's fine. And I think that's it. Let me see. Yep, that's fine. So, actually, we want to get rid of these other two, because I think this is like a list of all the orders for the cart. We want it only to move north when it's full. Actually, let's put another one and say, go north. Let me think. Go north in let's not do it too much. So at the moment it will only move north if it's full. I was thinking, because if the problem there is that you might have, say, 19 stones in there, and that's one off full, which might be 20. I don't actually know how many pieces of ore a minecart can take. But then you'll always be sitting it with it not being moved because it's only at 19, and there might not be any more ore there. So it might be good to have a fallback where it's like, always move it forward after so many days if it hasn't been moved, just so that you get stuff out of it. And I do that. Guide north, change condition. When at least 50%. Guide north immediately, always. They'll always move it when it's there. When full of desired items, when empty of any items, but at least 50% of desired items. Okay. When at least... Or? No. Okay. We want to lower that, so F. There we go. Oh, you can only do it in 25% increments. And we'll put a timer on it, so that after 28 days they'll move it. Yeah. We don't actually need the extra detail there. So, guide north in 28 days always. That's fine. Oh, let's... Oh! Okay, let's increase that to 25%. That way, at least, our dwarves won't be doing it all the time. Because if it's 28 days, then some dwarf will come down here and always move it, even if it's empty. So that should be fine. I'll probably not use this much anyway. I'm just setting up to sort of show how this is done and learning how to do it myself in the process. I have used them before, as I said, not necessarily effectively. And for the offload ore, we'll want to define this, and we'll want to say new stockpile link, and get rid of that. We have to move the cursor up here, and we'll want to change this to give to stockpile 16, and we'll say new depart condition, and we'll say go, where's the direction? D. Go east immediately when empty of desired items. And it'll just be going north when it's empty of anything. You can have it so that you have multiple stops, and it will be like, at stop number 1, I want you to offload hematite ore. At stop number 2, I want you to offload native gold ore. At stop number 3, I want you to offload stone, which you might have, and you can divide it up like that. And the dwarves will only offload the ore which is which you're telling them to. I wonder what if I think. I'm trying to remember. I think if the minecart's guided, I think the dwarves will remove the ore from the minecart on their own. I think if the minecart's pushed, when it hits the bumpers, it will actually tip over and dump the ore out when it comes to the end of the stop. Am I remembering that right? Let's see. Track stops. Not a track stop, not to be confused with a route stop, is an optional single-tile construction which serves two purposes. First, it can be used to cancel a cart's momentum in order to slow or stop it as it passes over the track stop. This might be necessary if a cart was pushed down a series of ramps to its destination. Carts will gain speed. The track stop determines what is dumped and which direction. Right, okay. Track stop can cause a cart to automatically dump its contents as it passes over the track stop. If a track stop has been set to automatically dump a cart's contents, the cart will dump its contents in the direction indicated when it passes over the track stop. Depending on the friction setting chosen for the track stop, the cart might then stop after dumping, or it might continue on its route to another destination. Track stops are not mandatory. In fact, their main use is used in automated rail systems. However, even in basic rail systems, it can be useful to set a track stop to dump items. This saves time that dwarves would otherwise spend in removing items from the cart. Time is better spent driving the cart back to where it's needed. Dumping will occur even with a guided cart. Take care not to set track stops as a loading site to dump their contents, or dwarves will never be able to fill the cart. It will dump any contents the moment they are loaded. At a stone pickup point, do I actually want the cart guided east instead of north, since the pickup tracks exits east to go onto the north-south track? That's actually a good point. I'll probably do that. I don't actually know how picky the dwarves are over that. Because it's not north. It is east. Because I suppose once they get to here, they'll just be like, oh, well, this is the only route I can take. But I don't know if they'll be like, oh, go north. I can't go north. Okay, I'll go east. I don't know what they'll do. Okay, that should be fine for how it's done. Uh-oh. Gubuk Shagogodom farmer has been possessed. Right. What are you going to do? You are going to claim the Craft Dwarf's workshop. And you're getting some logs. And you've run off and I've lost sight of you. Where are you? Strange mood. There you are. Oh, you got some stone. Yeah, and you're moving slowly. Because you're hauling a piece of stone. Dang it, I hate possessions. Out of the different moods, possessions are kind of the lamest, because I don't get any skills from it. We have had some Fey moods. I don't think I've ever had the, oh, what's it called? What's the, there's like a morbid mood. You have to get a dwarf which is really upset to be able to get it. Macabre, fell mood or macabre mood? Yeah. No, wait, hang on. It's a fell mood. Yeah, fell moods is where they are. Oh, sorry, I'm just reading this thing about fell moods. It says, amusingly, it seems fell dwarves can murder ghosts as well. If they do, they will murder a living dwarf as well, since ghosts obviously don't yield a corpse to butcher. Have you finished hauling stuff around? You're not in the room. Where are you? There you are. Oh, you are there. What's your thoughts? I've been well. He didn't feel anything after seeing a chinchilla's dead body. Okay. Well. Yeah, he's still hauling that stone. And we've got some petitions. Yeah, sure, you can join. We've got the caverns open, so a bunch of people are looking to join us. Hey, he's begun his mysterious construction. Okay, that's fine. So he's going to be happily doing that, or nothing doing that. I think the minecart's actually there. There's a little square on the tracks there, and I think the dwarves have put it there. Let's see. Yep, iron minecart. Superior quality iron minecart. Nice. So this stockpile will take from anywhere. Give. So, okay, for this one, Let me think about this. If we set this up for ore, then wow, we've actually filled that up with iron ore. We'll take from this one here. We'll say it will take from links only, and then we take from a pile workshop. No, not that. And we need to say take from this stockpile. So this ore stockpile will only take from this ore stockpile. This one will take from anywhere. And if we mine out a bunch of this ore here. Hold on. There we go. We should get stone. We want stone off. Hematite and economic bituminous coal. And we do the same for this one, I think. Hematite and bituminous coal. And I think we'll say we'll take it from links only, because that means that they won't fill up that one. They won't carry the ore from down here up to here and put it in here. I don't know whether you've got to link this with that, because I think that just means if this one's got ore in it, then dwarves will carry it over there. But we want them to put it into the minecart and then move it up there and put it in there. So, yes. Let's try that. And miners will come down here, mine the ore, and they should put it into the stockpile. The other dwarves should put it into the stockpile right next to them. And they should move the minecart. What are you doing, actually? You're storing an item in a stockpile. What have you got? You have a wheelbarrow. I can't actually see the wheelbarrow or what its contents are. I suppose because you're pushing it in front of you. Do I have to use T? No. Okay. Peachwood wheelbarrow. Yeah. Where are you taking that? I think I just forbid the minecart. No, not a minecart. The yeah. I forbade his wheelbarrow. Where are you going? Ooh. The forgotten beast Lustot Orerath Lustot Stungun has come. A huge quadruped composed of charcoal. It has enormous shell when it squirms and fidgets. Beware its poisonous gas. Oh, lovely. It's made of charcoal? Well, I am looking for fuel. The poisonous gas sounds nasty, though. We have blocked off the caverns, though. Where is that? Oh, it's over there. Where? Oh, it's over here. This Q here. Giant Olm blood splatter. Troglodyte blood splatter. Gorlak blood splatter. Giant Olm blood coverings. It's just covered in blood. And it's injured all over, except for its neck. Lustot, Moistness Splash, the Dive of Gills. A huge quadruped. It doesn't actually say what type of creature it is. It's just... Usually it says like a large armadillo twisted into monstrous form or something like that. Huge quadruped composed of charcoal. I suppose it's just a large four-legged creature. It has an enormous shell that squirms and fidgets. So it's just like a giant turtle, I suppose. Oh. And its body is badly injured. It's all fractured. Yeah. It's not doing too good. It's been fighting a fair bit. Well. We'll probably wander around down here for a bit and then wander off. We can still see it. Uninvited guest. Oh, it's just killing some troglodytes. Nope, man, we lost sight of it. Kubush Shagogodom. What's with these names? Farmer has created Atham Lissig, or Omrist Sog, a persimmon wood crown. He claims it as an heirloom in the name of the family ancestor Muthkat Master Keys. Well done. What's this item? Focused Berry the Wild Conqueror, a persimmon wood crown. That's appropriate name for a persimmon wood focused berry. This is a persimmon wood crown. All craft dwarfship is of the highest quality. It is encrusted with round quartzite cabochons and encircled with bands of persimmon wood, apricot wood, round quartzite cabochons, and rose-cut rose quartz. Quartzes? This object menaces with spikes of badger bone. On the item is an image of Stranglemire the Iron Battle Axe in black opal. Hey, neat! Stranglemire the Iron Battle Axe was an item made in my last fortress in this world. From Ledusen, or oh, what was it called? Ledusen. I'm gonna have to check. Ledusen stood for Rack-helped. That's it. And this place is called Ubbulfikod. Vaultglaze. So that was quite neat, actually. We had a artifact iron axe. We haven't gotten anything like that here. We've got the apricot wood scepter, chestnut toy boat, and a peach wood amulet. So, not too much, which is very interesting. Though the toy boat is very nice. So are you just putting the ore into... Are you hauling the minecart? Just... A dwarf was moving the minecart with ore in it to take it to a stockpile. However, I accidentally forbade the wheelbarrow, not a minecart. I accidentally forbade the wheelbarrow while the dwarf was pushing it. So naturally the dwarf is like, oh, this is forbidden, I'm going to drop it, and he walks off. However, this other dwarf has come up and he's like, oh, this wheelbarrow is now unforbidden, I'm going to store it in a stockpile. However, he's carrying it, and I don't think he's removed the ore from it, so he's carrying a wheelbarrow with 3 hunks of ore in it. And he's moving very slowly because of it. Yeah, it's still got the hematite ore in it. Though he's just picked up the wheelbarrow and is carrying the whole thing, rather than pushing it along. And she's carrying a baby as well, pardon. You'll keep carrying this somewhere. Take from anywhere. Take from links only. I don't have another stockpile for hematite ore, and this one's only taking from links only. So why you keep hauling the stone in wheelbarrows? You should be putting it into this stockpile. That was incredibly close that you didn't break into my channel there. That would have gotten embarrassing. I was pretty sure that was Ooh, it just all froze. I'm pretty sure that wasn't going to be a problem because there was no hematite ore in the wall of my channel there, so it was a completely haphazard move. So, okay, let me have a look. If we have the minecarts, stockpile links. Can create stockpile links when defining a hauling stop. Links can also be redefined by selecting them, placing the cursor over a different stockpile and pressing P. The cart will then be filled by items present in its various linked stockpiles in preference to other items. Note that bins should be used with caution. Stockpiles and linked to minecarts. Bins cause problems when used with the desired items list in the stops conditions. For example, if a minecart is set to accept only granite blocks and to depart north when it's at 100% full of granite blocks, it will not depart if any of those granite blocks are in bins, even if bins are also included in the desired items list. I want to... Yeah, that's what I'll follow one of the dwarves hauling the hematite improperly and see where they're going. Yeah. So, who's got a minecart full of hematite and where are you taking it? Okay, there's one. What are you doing? I'm watching you. Are you going to be putting it into the stockpile here? Actually, you might actually be doing it properly. I think you're actually putting it into the stockpile. Yeah, you are. Okay. So you're doing your job correctly. Maybe they were just taking the wheelbarrows back to the finished goods stockpile or something. No, because they were hauling hematite ore in it. Maybe it was just someone doing a job when I had just while I had told them to stop doing that. Is any dwarf going to be filling up that minecart? What's yours? Store item in stockpile. Okay, okay. Let's follow you. You're grabbing the wheelbarrow. I keep saying minecart, it's still a wheelbarrow. And you put it into the pile and you leave it. Do I have to link this to give? I think I just say give to this one and they might use the wheelbarrow. They might use the minecart. Because it's easy, because it's faster. Yeah, maybe some orders were in progress when I adjusted the links. So where are you taking that? Are you just putting that into the other stockpile? Because that's not what I want you to do. I want you to use the minecart. Okay, you are. That's not what I want you to do. Don't... Delete selected. Yep, get rid of that. We'll take from anywhere. So, let's see. Where is it? No. Hauling. Okay. Load ore here. Let's just check that this is correct. Take from stone stockpile 17. Yes, that's correct. Yep, that's right. Oh, do we have a minecart operator? I don't know. Assign vehicle. No, that's fine. Promote stop, remove stop, nickname, new stop, define stop, route 1. Yeah, that's fine. Yep. Oh, yeah, you mean like a, minecart operator. Hauling. Push haul vehicles. So, I think that's it. And I think most walls have that as base. They should be putting it into the thing. Let me have another look. Simple minecart route. Put stockpiles on left. Moving blocks. Hmm. Dwarves fill the minecart properly. Dwarves repeatedly attempt to load the cart, but no items. Hmm. Is there anything in the minecart? Let's have a look. No, there is nothing in the minecart. My showcasing of this is not doing a very good job. Well, we're troubleshooting it, so that's fine. I'm pretty sure this is similar to how I've set it up before. You take it from anywhere. You don't give it to the other one because you're going to use the minecarts to dump it into the other one. No, I don't want you taking anywhere, so I only want you taking from links. I have got them listed there, that's appropriate. So you're going to fill up that. Yep. Let's see, hauling. Load ore here, take from stockpiles, stone stockpile 17. Have I determined what you're taking? Let me actually see. Let me see. Desired items. I don't think I've actually said what the desired items are. No, I have. Bituminous coal and hematite. Bituminous coal and hematite. Take from stockpile. Hematite and bituminous coal. Is there a load front direction that needs to be set? Don't think so. Wait, hang on. Guide. East. Oh, hang on. Yeah, we've got it on guide. That's fine. Take. That should be fine. Guide. Yeah, that's fine. We've got that there. And offload ore here. Give to stone stockpile. Maybe it's because of this. Hematite, bituminous coal. That's what I want you to give. And hematite and bituminous coal. It automatically does that, so perhaps that's what I need to do? Because they might not be filling it up because I didn't say for them to, like, offload it at the other location. And any dwarves are going to come to put stuff in it. Load from. Let's see. I should just be able to say take from stone stockpile. I don't think I need to say exactly where they're loading it from, but let me have a look. I apologize for this. Do I need to put stops on the track so that they know where to go along? No. Let me see. Where's a bit about routes? Route defines a path a minecart will take along a track, as well as under what conditions it will move or stop moving. A route is made up of stops. Stops are precisely what they sound like. It's important to note that you only need to place stops on a route where you actually want the cart to stop and wait for some action to occur. They are not needed to help navigate the cart along the track beyond telling it where on the track to stop. So no, we don't need to tell it to go like east then north and then west and then so on. Is there a different piece of track that's specifically a stop that needs to be used? I don't think so. No. We could have the minecart stop anywhere on the track. The buffers are only used if you're pushing the cart, and then it's just stop the cart when it hits them. From my understanding. So we could tell it to stop here, as if it's guided, the dwarf will actually stop here. Is any dwarf? No, I can't say give to there. You can take it from anywhere, but that's fine. No, not barrels. No, okay. Well. I'm pretty sure we're going to see if it ends up being that the blue line does need to follow the tracks. No. That's what I just read. You don't have to have stops going along the track. It's just the initial direction has to be valid. So, if a minecart's not moving on the mine tracks from what I've read, it's just because you might be saying move west, and they're like, I can't move it west. But we've got it east there, and then down here we've got it east again. So it should be fine for what I'm seeing. They just need to load up the minecart with the ore. And they're taking it from the stone stockpile. Let's see. Take from stone stockpile. Stone, hematite, ore, and bituminous coal. Turn off bituminous coal. Maybe that's why, because there's no bituminous coal there, but they're not filling up the minecart with the ore, so... Well, what are you doing? Store item in vehicle. Ah. Hey! I'm having a victory biscuit. And then the dwarf is pushing the minecart along the track. And I think he got bored? Wait, hang on, what happened? Pardon me, just a moment. Okay. It looked like the minecart got derailed, but I don't think that's a thing. I don't think that's a thing. Because it just suddenly was like, oh, it's not on the track anymore. Do I have to remove the stones on the track? Just dump all those stones. Is there a piece of track missing? Well, we'll be able to see once they remove all these stones. I didn't think stones on the tracks actually affected it, but they might. I'm just clearing it just to... No, there's no gap in the track. That dwarf, it was just sort of like, I'm pushing the minecart along, and then the dwarf just comes along and is like, I'm putting it over here. Okay. So, also, how is this outside pen going? Oh yeah, we haven't started creating the floor on top of it. I'm going to want to here. Go down here. Not the chinchilla. Chop down these trees and we'll create it out of wood because that's lighter. So that minecart's at the end there, and it hasn't been emptied. Give stone stockpile. Take from links only. That's fine, I think. And it's 40% full of ore. Guide east immediately when empty of desired items. Give to stone stockpile 16. Yes, that's fine. I suppose we're just waiting for a dwarf to come along and offload the stone. Oh, hang on. Is it the same problem as I had before? Give stone bituminous coal. Turn that off because there's no bituminous coal in the minecart, so there's no, they can't offload it because there's none of that to offload. That might be the problem there. Gem cutter has given birth to a boy. Congratulations. Is anyone coming to individual combat drill? Store item in stockpile. No, you're storing like a lung or something in there. Oh, a peddler's visiting. Okay. What's a peddler? I don't know if I've seen that before. Almond wood logs. Airwood logs. Ugh. That's so much. Just... I don't want to create it out of wood. It's just a waste of wood. Make it out of granite. And then... mica and schist. It's going to be heavy, but... quartzite. And... there we go. Like that. And... like that. And we've run out of quartzite. More schist. Like this. Run out of schist. Marble. There. Okay. Also this bit, and we won't be able to do the bit in the middle. It's too far away. There we go. Haven't seen peddlers before either. No, let's see. I think there might just be different. Peddlers is a profession for some inhabitants of generated sites like towns. Some peddlers show up as visitors in fortress mode, and agents sometimes try to pose as peddlers. Peddlers are shown in grey. Okay. So they're just a potential visitor. Doesn't seem like there's anything unique about them. Can we see them on the list? Yes, we can. Oh, he's actually praying to a god here. Peddler. He's a dwarf. Ah, he just came to pray. He was curious about the area. Is this still got problems? Let's see, offload. When it's empty of that, when it's, yeah, when it's got that. Guide east immediately when empty of desired items. Yep. Guide give to stone stockpile. Yep. They don't have to be ordered. Change stockpile. We'll turn off bituminous coal here. And we'll turn off bituminous coal down here as well. That shouldn't be the problem though. I think a dwarf's just got to come to do it. I don't think there's any other problems with this. Everyone's busy with the floors now, so... No one's got offload vehicle? No, they've all got construct building and fell tree. Well, they're going to be creating that, and they're throwing up everywhere. Lovely. Good old cave adaptation. Oh, there's a bunch of stuff in the depot here. Cave spider silk cloth. Oh, and the book, Captivated by Division. I want you to create a wooden bookcase. There we go. I was looking for that last time. And I think we need more alcohol. Where's the brewer? We don't have a specific brewer. Everyone's... That's I should do all this at once. Yeah, well. There we go, someone's brewing. I'm actually going to change your labor. Where is it? There we go, labors, and you do that and that. I don't want you construction, and I don't want you doing that. I don't really want you to be hauling either. Just because... well, I don't know. Okay. Was I playing Half-Life earlier? What's the Half-Life in the title of my stream? Yes, we were playing Half-Life. A bit before. I put the title of all the games which I play in order in my stream title. So Half-Life was the first thing and Dwarf Fortress is the second. I tend to stream 2 things each session. The fortress here is named Vaultglaze. Oh, we need empty food storing item. Do we not have any barrels? We should have barrels. Are they full up of other things? We'll just create a mess of barrels. Good, good. We're getting more more alcohol. No. There we go. And like that. Don't I have a manager? Mean like a stream manager? Nope. It's just me. Oh dear. The wereraccoon color Ahibor has come. A large raccoon twisted into humanoid form. It is crazed for blood and flesh. Oh, it's appeared right at the top of the screen. It's appeared right near my fortress as well. Its eyes glow spring green. Its cinnamon hair is long and shaggy. Well, that's lovely, isn't it? Just fantastic. It's right there in the middle of the map. Okay. How do you do this? I want squads, tunnel pikes. Attack the wereraccoon. Please Kill it before it hurts any of my dwarves. You're at least close by. Oh, jeez, it dives into combat immediately. Bemble Anvil Blockade has been appointed to the position of bookkeeper of the Silvery Merchants. That's fantastic. I'm very happy for you. Is that because someone died? No. Oh. Someone who's elected mayor. Okay. Great. I saw someone injured. Was it the ranger? No. It's the hunter. He's unconscious, exhausted, and pale. And he has injured guts. That doesn't look good. And you're injured as well. And you're injured, but only bruised. Okay. Right, so we had to deal with were creatures. Oh, in the noble position, so I can just order 50 barrels in one command instead of repeating add barrel to the workshop. I do actually have a manager, yes, in that regard. Sorry, I misunderstood. I do, and I have set some tasks with the manager. It's just I'm used to placing the orders by hand, so it's what I go for immediately. Datan Lingoden. Right, you are badly injured. You're probably a wereraccoon, so wereraccoon. You're not injured. You're not injured. The bookkeeper seems injured. Possibly. We'll have to have a look and see. Alath. And just writing their names down. While they're all located around the body. Just so that I remember who to check on in the logs. Okay, you've just got a bruise, so I don't think you're going to be a problem. Cole, I'll still write your name down. Lazonul. Am I typing notes in Notepad? Yes, I am. Pardon. The gem cutter seems injured, so I'll write your name down. Adil Udesh Kubuk. You're hungry, but that's not a problem. You're fine. Yep. 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 What about you? Are you involved in that? No? Okay, I think that's everyone here. I said one of my guys was a wereraccoon. We just killed a wereraccoon, and a problem with were creatures is they have a tendency to spread their infected nature to others. So, where's the wereraccoon? Here it is. Okay. Check the top of the list. Okay. The wereraccoon bites the spear dwarf in the right lower leg, tearing the fat and bruising the muscle through the mule leather robe. I think that counts as a injury, so I'll also write down there's a spear dwarf. I don't know which dwarf that is. Gonna have to check in the other logs. Scratches, spear dwarf in the upper body. We're looking for bites particularly. Scratches don't matter. Punches. Grabs the spear dwarf. Scratches, pulls, bites the spear dwarf in the left upper arm. Bites the spear dwarf in the right lower leg. Kicks the spear dwarf in the left lower leg. Bites the spear dwarf. Shakes the spear dwarf. Shakes the spear dwarf around. scratches the spear dwarf. Bites the spear dwarf with the left hand. It seems to be only attacking the one. I've been badly injured. Still attacking the spear dwarf. Comes enraged. Oh, it's actually opened an artery. We don't have a doctor, so he might just bleed out the spear dwarf, which would actually be kind of a blessing, because then we don't have to put him down later if he's infected, which he most likely definitely is. My second best fort got slaughtered by were-rabbits. Yeah, were-creatures are nasty. Okay, the bookkeeper punches a wereraccoon. Chase the spear dwarf around. The wereraccoon breaks the grip of the ranger's upper front teeth on the wereraccoon's right lower leg. Wait, what? Okay, so what's the effects of if a dwarf bites a were-creature? The ranger bites the wereraccoon in the right lower leg, tearing the muscle. Nothing, but do we infect the were-creature with dwarvenness? Ranger misses, bites the bookkeeper in the right upper arm. Okay, so the bookkeeper as well. Did you bite the ranger? Let's see. Bites the bookkeeper, bites the bookkeeper. Bites the spear dwarf. Pardon. Scratches. Bites the spear dwarf. Bites the spear dwarf. Shakes the spear dwarf. Bites the spear dwarf. Shakes the spear dwarf. Attacks the spear dwarf. Bites. Grabs. Bites. Only the red entries are important. Everything else is just sort of either our dwarves attacking the wereraccoon or like effects of attacks. Scratches the gem cutter in the right foot. That's fine. Bites the gem cutter in the right upper leg. Okay, so there's also a gem cutter. Yep. Okay, so from this, so that's a deal is the gem cutter, wereraccoon, the spear dwarf, who have we got here? Datan. The hunter Datan Limengorden is fighting. Right, okay. Datan is the spear dwarf, so spear dwarf, hold on. Spear dwarf, wereraccoon, and Alath is the bookkeeper. Okay. Okay, so I think that's actually all of the injuries. Everyone else, let's see, the mason. The mason also was bitten. So, mason. I think that's, would that be Cole? Yep. So Cole was bitten as well. So that's 4. That's unfortunate. Mason, wereraccoon. Okay. I don't. Okay, let's have a look. The peasant is fine. hunter. Oh, that's the ranger. He got attacked, but he jumped away. That's fine. The ranger was fine there. The farmer attacks the speed off. Yeah, whatever. That's fine. That's fine. And bone carver is fine. Okay, so we have 4 potential were creatures. Datan, which I am going to customize, give a nickname, wereraccoon. The mason also. Wereraccoon. The bookkeeper, which is unfortunate. Come on. Wereraccoon. And last one was the gem cutter. Wereraccoon. Okay, so we have 4 potential wereraccoons, and great, my tea's gone to cold. The way I deal with were creatures is I just tend to stick them into a room and leave them there. And forget about them. What's the date in-game? The date in-game is 1st of Granite, 132 early spring. So I am going to let me see. Get a military, we go to alerts. Add alert. Name alert. 25th of credit will be the first full moon from now. Oh, okay. Wait, is that how you do that? No, hang on, hold on. Delete alert. Yes. I want to... What do I want to do? I want to make a burrow. Do this. And this. And this. And this. Like that. Go up. Create 2 doors. Actually, no, we don't need doors. Oh, Hunter's dead. Okay, well, one of them died. That's fine, so we don't have to worry about one of them. Linem, Godin, Hunter. So that's the spear dwarf. So... Dead! That's fine. Miners are digging. Yeah, I've got that. Stop digging that. There's more important things at the moment. And you've mined out that. Okay, now we create a burrow. Add new burrow. We'll define this burrow and it will be here. This burrow will be called wereraccoon lair. And we add citizens to the burrow. You. and you. That's all of them? I think there was only the 4. Only the 3 because one of them died. Yes, okay. Then we need to go to alerts. Activate this. So they go in there. If parts of them are in the military, I will deactivate the military. Or inactivate the military. That way they're not training, and if they're military dwarf, they will stop doing work. And they should come down here because they've been restricted to this burrow. And I am going to create a wall here. Are you moving down here? You are! Good. Okay. No, I don't want you constructing a building. Don't! You can't do that. That's outside of the burrow which I told you to be part of. Why are you doing that? You have no tasks now. Don't worry about it. Think of this as a extended holiday. Okay, so you're one. And the mason is the other. Okay, good. And the third. Where's the other one? Gem cutter, no job. Good. Okay, you're all in there. Unfortunate that there's a child with you, but the greater fortress is more important, I'm afraid. Okay, go. I mean, it's not like you're going to. It's not like you 3 are going to dehydrate. Come on, dwarves, build that wall, please. Who's got the job to construct that wall? No. Okay, good. Right. Now, I don't think were creatures have... Let's see. Were... Beast. I don't think they've got building destroyer. Let me see. Destroy. Werebeasts are level 2 building destroyers. It's with walls or channels. Okay, so I don't think they can destroy walls. So we should be safe. They should be fine in there. I kind of want to put an extra layer of walls just in case. Though... I'm just going to be able to hear dwarves behind the wall here. It's like, no! There's nothing there! Don't ask questions. Nothing happened. This is terrible, but walling them up into a side room. It's best. I mean, the worst thing is maybe one of them isn't actually infected, but I can't know until the full moon comes. 13th, so... okay, how's our minecart going? All that aside, we only lost one dwarf too, so that is actually maybe not that bad. Let's mine out a nice little area here for a tomb. Like this. Like that, and there, and like that. Then this can go up. We can have a little bit like this. That can go around like that. With that and there. It's a cask of amontillado for those wereraccoons. I don't actually know what that is. Let's have a look. Cask of... oh, it's an Edgar Allan Poe thing. I haven't actually read Edgar Allan Poe. Okay. I'm gonna have to read all those short stories at some point. Though I still haven't gotten through my Lovecraft books. So much reading to do. Anyway. I want... how about we give him a nice coffin? New task. Furniture. An iron... let's make him an iron coffin. Iron sarcophagus. There we go. That's pretty cool. The end of the story, a guy gets bricked up behind a wall in the basement. Ugh. How's the alcohol coming? Why'd you stop? Oh, did I... because I ran out of barrels? I was creating a whole bunch of barrels. Am I gonna have to get another mason? Because we lost our mason. Are you moving those... that cart? Oh, whatever. Yeah. I might have to start another fortress and fiddle around with them a bit more so I can... I don't know, we got it working most of the part. It's just maybe this last bit. I don't think... no, we don't do that. Offload ore here. Give to the stone stockpile. That's fine. I'm gonna have a look at this once more. That's on hematite. That's fine. That's saying it's when it's empty of hematite. So. Is this fun? Well, I find it fun. Which is why I'm streaming it. It's not as complicated as it looks. The basics are rather easy to understand, but there's a lot of extra depth to it, which you can keep learning about. The basic things are just feeding your dwarves and keeping them safe. And then on that, you just sort of tack on extra bits of management onto it. So even after all the years of play I've had, there's still more to learn. If you like a simulation type of game, then it's very good for that. I mean, the game's free. You can download it from Bay 12 Games if you wish, and it's also coming out later on Steam if you wish to purchase it. Let me see. Where is it? Here we go. Okay. There is the link to bay12games.com/dwarves, and from there you'll be able to find the latest version for Windows, Linux, or Mac. 0.44.12 is the latest version, and it's the one I'm playing. It came out July 7th, 2018. And you can also get all the previous versions there if you really want to play all the versions, but I recommend playing with the most recent one. Oh! Gem Cutter is transformed into a wereraccoon. And they tore... Wow, 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 okay. The, wereraccoons, like, tore each other apart. I wasn't... How did that happen? What? My idea was that when they transformed, they were all on the same side. I didn't expect them to all start attacking each other. Maybe it's because one of them attacked the baby and then that put them as opposed to the different factions. This is the one where cats would just die from alcohol poisoning, right? Yes. Yes. It wasn't randomly, but yes, it was a bug. What was it? It was like... Dwarves were spilling alcohol on the ground. Yeah, cats cleaning themselves. Yeah. DKR 101010 is able to explain it. Well. Or 101010. Damn thermos keeping it hot even in the fridge. You want like iced coffee or something? I've got cold tea on my desk. That's because I forgot it for the last 2 hours. Anyway. Wait, what? Oh, interrupted by a fisher dwarf. Oh! Hang on. Oh, right. Yeah, okay, so we see the gem cutter here is the last one standing. The mutilated corpses of the other two wereraccoons, and unfortunately the baby is lying there. When they transform and then transform back, they get all the injuries healed. And she's horrified, and she's upset. Because she saw people die, even if they were wereraccoons. So... I think she was the one with the child, perhaps. Yep. Cruel that she's the victor. Oh well. Do we have our coffin yet? Burial receptacle. Nope. Let's start smoothing all this. And I'll put some beds down, because we made a bunch of beds and I didn't end up designating them for new inhabitants. Oh, I've actually gone into a different type of ore here. Okay, and I want a container in each room. We're missing one here, and there. There we go. No, wait, those are cages. What am I doing? I don't want cages in their rooms. They would probably like them, but... Saying remove building. Oh, I've got it on caps lock. Remove the cage. No one's getting cages in their rooms, sorry. That's because they're listed as containers, isn't it? Why did it start placing down... No? I was just pressing the wrong thing. there, 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 and there. Okay. Oh yeah, the patch, reading through the patch notes is pretty fun. The patch notes and the posts Tarn Adam makes on that page, on the download page, when he's bug testing or adding things to the new versions, are a very entertaining read sometimes. Or often, because he talks about how mechanics are working and it was sometimes how they're unexpectedly working, so... Dash Tactic has a great tutorial series on YouTube if you need to help. Yes, I can recommend those. Also Krug Smash. Krug Smash if you want to see some of the stories of Dwarf Fortress. Those are very good. He also does... he and his partner also do crayon drawings to help illustrate what's going on. Fix a bug where animals could rent rooms. Simulation game patch notes are always the best. Yep, it's just because of things which work in odd ways. Oh geez, some of the famous bugs from previous versions, it's like carp having really strong bite attacks and just tearing dwarves to pieces and pulling them into the rivers. Elephants having a very short, like, temper and getting enraged easily. This is years ago, though. This is over a decade ago. But, oh, what else was there? I'm sure there was some to do with the recent things to do with plots and all that. Possibly, like, plots of someone sending people to go out to kill himself or something like that. That sounds like it was something which would happen. Fixed bug with mules grabbing luggage. Cleaned up the bear situation. You might have to read one of the earlier ones to find out what that is. I don't know what that is. There used to be, there's undead in this game, and undead are a pain to kill. They used to be even worse though, because basically anything organic could be resurrected, and you'd end up with things like the skin of an animal you butchered being resurrected and attacking your dwarves, and you'd end up with like clumps of hair being animated and trying to attack dwarves, and you can't kill it because it's a clump of hair. So you've just got like these mats of hair crawling around your fortress trying to attack people. There's also a roguelike RPG-ish mode that lets you play heroes in the same worlds that you build your forts in. Yes! Yeah, the adventure mode is good as well. The world isn't... Don't expect, like, adventure quests and all that. You can get, like, tasks to go get an artifact, but there's not, like, a proper reward system in it. It's just more something for you to do. Exploring the world and all that's fun. You can build a fortress and then abandon it and then go and explore it as an adventurer. You can go to towns and talk to the people there. You can't really buy items. There's not shops to buy things, I don't think. Towns and dwarf fortresses are pain to navigate. Oh, there are shops? Right. Yeah. Sure. Right. Why did I say that there's no shops? I don't use them, I suppose. I don't play adventure mode too often. There are actually a bunch of things to do now. There's also theft. Okay. You can find, like, temples and... Oh, great, more migrants. You can find temples and, steal stuff from within them. And, steal slabs and be haunted by, like, mummies and all that. Or read a slab and become a necromancer. And all this other stuff. I think the plots thing is going to be like, you can try and find like, oh, I suspect such and such is informant for so and so, and you can go and figure out where they are, whether they are or not. Or villains can like set up plots, and they could be like, okay, you're working for me now. I want you to go to this town under a new name and scout around and report back to me. And they'll be like, okay. And then they get contacts and spread out from there. So you've been placing these. You have failed to place a bunch of them because you're trying to get the rocks out from underneath them, and you're not being able to because dwarves are being tasked to pick up the rocks. One of my recent adventurers found a tomb and got killed by a mummy trying to loot it. The agent thing I read about earlier was a peddler. Ah, yes. Yeah. Yes. Because in Dwarf Fortress you can have... Other factions can send agents to your fortress to spy on you, but it's not listed that they're an agent. Not anymore. Or is it? The patches are so rare that it might still be the case that their name doesn't hide properly. So they're like, oh, you're a spy, because it says spy, pretty much. What are these purple rocks? Is that rutile? Rutile, okay. It's not like, what's it called? Pudding stone or something. Rutile. Rutile is a mineral composed primarily of titanium dioxide and is the most natural, common natural form of titanium oxide. Rutile has one of the highest refractive indices at visible wavelengths of any known crystal, and also exhibits a particularly large birefringence and high dispersion. Ah, interesting. Okay. Ooh, that's neat. Akikula crystals of rutile protruding from a quartz crystal. It looks like a crystal's got a whole bunch of, like, pine needles stuck in the side of it. They used to be identified as criminal. Haven't seen that one in a while, that I know of. Yeah. Sleeping on a melting iceberg results in waking up as a demon? What? That's so weird. I don't even want to know how that would end up being possible. Is that minecart moved? No. Whatever. Well, we got most of it sorted out. And they're creating the floors, so... And it's also getting quite late. So I think I will call it here for the moment. We've had a fair bit of stuff done. Kind of. It was mostly set up doing the minecarts. Then we had the there was a forgotten beast which appeared in the tunnels below. They're the were creatures. It's also all of the all the migrants, which we're gonna have to deal with. 95 dwarves now. I'm gonna have to just build bedrooms for them all and all that. Hopefully we don't get any more were creatures attacking. I'd like things like were creatures and the undead and all that, but I have to say, a lot of that stuff in Dwarf Fortress is kind of a massive pain to deal with. Which is a bit of a shame. I don't know, it's just... I don't know. It's just all the process of going through, identifying which ones are the possibly infected ones, having to deal with them quickly, and all that. For the were creatures, for the undead, it's... Undead hurt! Because they have no pain, you just have to chop them to pieces or smash them to pulp, and It's like, even though they're undead, they're not necessarily clumsy. They're still very deadly. Fat dwarfs eating causes lag. It's more of the bugs from the game. Anyway, that will be it for what's our fortress called? Ubbulfikod Vaultglazes for tonight. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you join me for more next time. I will stop the recording here.